Well, it's hard to call anything a finished product, but with all my Aero weenie tactics, I think I'm at a finished product here for the Quintana Roo, at least for this year. So let's take a look. We've got the 36 centimeter bars on there, and after taking a few test rides on this bike with normal grip tape, I just didn't feel secure enough to even be able to hold the handlebars. So I did put the skateboard tape on there, and that feels secure enough. I love the way that these Aero brake levers are swept back into the wind. Of course, I've also got my Aero weenie fairing here that looks super janky and just a complete Bodges job. But from everything I've read, it's really important to get that front section of the tire snugged right up to the down tube as best you can. This video has been going on for about a minute, and I think you can probably start to see beads of sweat coming down. It is 96 degrees with 80% humidity, and tonight I'll be racing at the Blue Streak time trial at Wright Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton. It is the 24th anniversary of the Blue Streak time trial, which puts its inaugural date at 1998. Coming back to the bike, I've got the 23mm GP 5000s on the ICANN 86 rims. So we've got a flush 25mm width, real width, syncing up perfectly. Hey, look at that. At the back of the bike, I've got 25mm tires, which are actually measuring out at 27. I did have to go for the carbon-specific brake pads here, and I can tell that they don't work as well as an alloy rim or even disc brakes, of course, but they're good enough for this time trial. We only brake about twice during the whole course. I'm not going to actually use those Aero water bottles during the race, but it is nice to have them for training rides, and for longer time trials I can have them on there without an Aero penalty, and for the race I can just take that off and then not, I assume, not have any Aero penalty for just having that bracket on there. 52-36 chain rings with the 165mm cranks. Kind of have an old group set. I've got the Ultegra 10-speed that would have come stock with this as a 2011 bike. I do love this QB 230. I do love this QB 232T saddle. It is more narrow than an ISM, so you don't get the chafing issues on the inside of your thighs with that center relief channel, and it's just soft enough for my liking. Speaking of Bodges, we routed these. Speaking of Bodges, I did route the shifter cables and housings over the stem that I'm just trying to hold tightly together with a couple cable ties. This is as narrow as I can get the forearm pads, and I've got the Aero extensions angled up at around 25 degrees. I'm 20mm higher with my stack here this year. The new school of thinking for Aero positions is not trying to get slammed at the front as best you can, but really to bring it up a little so that you can tuck your head and shoulders and reduce the frontal area more from the front perspective than from the side perspective. And that is a wheel builder Aero cover that I put on there. It actually came from a much shallower wheel, like a 30mm wheel, and I just cut it down to size, and you lose the functionality of the little clip that holds it into place when you do that. But the 3M electrical tape holds it on there really well. And of course you got to have a custom decal. And your name. If you've raced internationally, which I have once, so I think I earned it. So we're going to have a real feel of 107 degrees with the temperature and humidity. I don't know if that means with all my perceived Aero savings, if I'll get a PR today, but it should be fun. So just past the security checkpoint here at Wright Patterson Air Force Base, and you are going to want to watch your speedometer because everybody's got this story of how they averaged 28 miles an hour during the bike race and then got a ticket for driving 28 miles an hour on the way out. So 25 means 25. It is 99 degrees. and this is gonna be a hot one. We'll see what happens. I didn't bring my stationary trainer because I wasn't even gonna bother trying to warm up in these conditions without any sort of breeze. So I'm just gonna pre-ride the course a little bit, and if I'm not warmed up, I never will be, with a real feel of 107. So let's find a parking spot, get checked in, and go from there. All right, so we made it to the parking lot. I'm all checked in, and we're with friend of the channel. We got Daryl in the house.
Oh, hi.
He's about to mouthwash with some sunscreen.
Sorry,
and
I'm just kind of hungry.
It is so hot, you might actually need it today.
I should have put that on earlier. Hi, YouTube.
So Daryl's got his sweet road bike today. He's had a major tragedy that he's gonna have his time trial bike custom painted. So you gotta make do and just ride your BMC Gran Fondo.
Yep, this is about to be awkward because this is the first time doing a time trial with a road bike. I mean, it's my second year too, so I mean.
Second year, but he's a student of the game. I think he stripped off about 3 minutes from his first 10-mile TT to his PR within about 4 months of effort, doing the intervals, dialing in that position. But today, first day on the road bike, which means we're setting the PR.
That's what I'm hoping for. My wife's like, yo, what if you get your PR on the road bike? I was like, then I might sell my TT stuff. I was like, no, I'm just kidding.
Never gonna happen.
Right, I'm not gonna do that.
So what do we have here? Aero road lid.
Got the Avis.
Okay.
Avis. I don't know how to say that, sorry. But it is called the Game Changer.
The Game Changer, yep.
Yes. I've always wanted one of these because Matthew Monaco had one, and I was like, I want to see what this looks
right.
like.
It's like buying Jordans and then you get done,
exactly.
Right?
It is like buying new shoes. That's what I was excited about. I'm more excited about getting helmets now than anything.
So I think what you'll find is once you hit the right tilt on the helmet, you're going to feel the air
That's
coming
what I
through.
was going to say. I'm trying to do that at, around my neighborhood, trying to figure out like where I could feel it, trying to get the right posture on the helmet on my head, and trying to see what fits better.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait.
I'm excited.
So I didn't really go through the lap details here, but we've got the runway. And this is more or less one lap around. It always goes the same direction unless there's a road closure, and it is bang on 10 miles, so you can compare yourself against your previous efforts pretty accurately. I've got about an hour to warm up, which is going to consist of getting changed and sitting in the shade.
More of shade training than anything.
This is so ridiculous getting this skin suit on. I'm gonna be warmed up just from trying to squeeze myself into this casing. But yeah, as far as the other aero gear is concerned, do have the Velotech skin suit, and per usual since 2016, I've got a Bell Javelin to put atop my sweaty head.
Look at my stack. No, I'm just kidding.
Practice lap, recon lap is in. It's a little bit like, I don't know, riding into a hairdryer.
It's literally open the dryer up with a Eskimo jacket on, and right as soon as the dryer's done, that's how it feels.
In traditional Blue Streak fashion, you start with a headwind, and then once it's time to get the tailwind, you don't really get the benefit because you're laid up against the trees there. So mostly headwind, not much tailwind, but of course everyone races the same conditions. So
there's a lot of shade too, which is nice back there. Like the trees on the back course.
Right.
It's gonna be nice.
So when I pass out and fall over, it'll be tougher to find me for the paramedics.
I'll find you. Not before I fall first. Race to that part.
So the challenge we have today, Daryl's going to be 8 minutes in front of me with a road bike. No aero gear except for the helmet.
If even.
I'm all aero gear, and I'm going to throw the Bell Javelin on in a moment. Can I make up the 8 minutes? I think there's not a chance, but
I'm going to push it.
There's always a flat, so.
There's always a dead weight at me.
What do you usually do for TT bike? 26 and a half?
27. I'm at
27?
27, low 27. Goal is to stay at least.
Okay.
25.
So that's going to cost you. That's going to cost you a minute today.
I'm going to say a minute and a half.
So the real goal is, I got to get within 4 minutes of you, not 8 minutes, I'd say.
4? Yeah,
yep.
4 sounds.
All right. Let's see. Can I break 4 minutes? Oh my God. Is this thing on? So I think I PR'd by 9 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
I was not.
Oh my God. I am covered in snot.
Yeah, I got 30.
How'd you do?
Towards the last two, the heat like got to my head.
Yeah.
So it was bad. I like dropped from 20 and went to 18 and my heart rate went up to 180. So I was like, oh, it's in my head. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you're not supposed to sit with the stuff on.
Yours?
Yeah, any lycra. Oh. 23:35 or thereabouts.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's freaking...
Oh.
This is awesome.
So.
I wish I had my TT. I think I could have PR'd today if I had it.
Yeah, I think all the Aero hacks that all were 1 watt. 1 watt per tire for the tire, 1 watt per tire for the width increase, probably 2 watts per wheel for the width increase, maybe 4 watts for the raise in the body position, maybe 1 watt for my silly Aero fairing, 1 watt for putting the bars in closer. Oh, 1 watt for keeping my head down. What a killer. Good day. Thank you all for watching this very protracted video that started with me, I think, just unboxing rims or putting bearings in at Franklinton Cycle Works. That was like months ago. But oh boy, it was worth it. Thank you. Thank you for watching Bell, Ohio. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I can do something else dumb for you. I turned 40, but I'm still setting PRs. Thanks a lot.